Time now, though, to talk Breeders' Cup, and a man who's going to have a very busy weekend with 5 horses. One of those is also eligible, but John Sadler joining us on the line right now. John, we know you are extremely busy with what's coming up on Friday and Saturday for you, but thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. How are you guys?
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to have you, and we're excited about your weekend. Looks like you have some live horses on tap for championship weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great weekend of racing. I mean, the weather's good. You got a lot of really good deep races to look at and bet. So we're excited. I run quite a few on the undercard. So we're going to be busy. We're going to be working.
Well, let's start with Lady of Shamrock in the filly and mare turf, and she's just turned into a win machine for you. She obviously loves this turf course. She developed, when she finally got to the racetrack, John, I mean, she really put it together pretty fast. Did you expect to see the talent that she showed that quickly?
Well, she's kind of surprised this first time out that she ran so well the first time we ran her, but after that, you know, we tried her once on dirt, you know, and decided that dirt really wasn't her thing. We kept her on turf ever since, and she's been, you know, just terrific all year. She's a really nice filly. There's a couple of races on her form this year where the pace is really slow, and she's been able to close into those slow paces and still win. And anytime she has a fast pace up front, you know, she's even better. So she's undefeated on this course. She's proven at the distance, and she's very honest. This is a tough race, but we think she deserves a shot in it.
John, question. I know that you had mentioned that the QE2 was on the docket, and then did she come under the weather? Did she have kind of a high white count, or what caused you to?
She had a little mucus after Del Mar when we got up to Santa Anita, and I lost a little bit of time. And if the Breeders' Cup wasn't here, I'd have probably shipped her back there for that. But since the Breeders' Cup being here, and that being 3 weeks in front of the Breeders' Cup, I didn't want to ship back there, run hard, and then come back and run again over here. So we just decided to stay home in our own backyard, you know, and take our big shot in this one. You know, she's a 3-year-old filly, and she'll be definitely running next year. So we wanted to make this kind of her last race for this year, and then get her ready for a 4-year-old campaign.
Well, and what about her facing older horses for the first time? And you talked about, I mean, there's the fact that she has won in races where there's not been a lot of pace. There's not a lot of pace in this race this year.
No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, it's quality laden. That's the key part. I mean, you got a beautiful filly from the Aga Khan. You got a great one with John Gosden. So you know how tough these horses are. But, you know, she's been handling her competition pretty well, and I think she deserves a shot against these mares. So it's, you know, it's a lot of like Breeders' Cup, very good horse, in with other really good horses. So hopefully we catch a break and hope it goes well for us.
Well, let's shift gears and move to a veteran of the Breeders' Cup. Switch has gotten you a couple of second-place finishes in the filly and mare sprint over the last couple of years. How is she coming into the race this year? Obviously not in maybe as sharp a form as last year, but how's she doing?
She's doing well. She does like her last 2 works have been very sharp. She's doing well. You know, I made a mistake running her in that long race at the beginning of the meet. You know, we did some things with her where we were running her long a couple of times where we probably should have kept her short this year. But this is her last race. So I'd like to see her go out with a win, that's for sure. She's doing really well, and a lot of it for her, she got a really good post this time, which is really nice. She's a 10, going 7/8. She should get a trouble-free trip. And she's doing well. I think there's a pretty short-priced horse in there in that Groupie Doll. But Switch is doing well, and she's run, you know, if you look at her PPs at 7/8 of a mile, they're pretty good. So, you know, we're looking for a good race from her.
John, as we turn the page, you know, of the horses that you have entered, of course, I'm wishing you all the best. But from a handicapping perspective, I think one of your best chances comes with Capo Bastoni, knowing that he caught a conveyor belt of sorts of a track in the front runner. And in addition to being that he bobbled at the start, I like the fact that you've employed Joel Rosario. What are your thoughts of him coming into this race? I just happened to be in bit of a bidding war there with your man of Eclipse, Aaron Wellman. I wish him the best of luck. It was unfortunate that I couldn't have gotten involved with this horse, but he looks to be something special.
Well, I think you're seeing the field very, very well there, Nick. He didn't get away poorly in the last race, and he was the only horse to really put in a big run early in the meet. He's a nice horse. He hasn't done anything wrong since then. So I'm hoping, that we can get a little pace in front of him, and I think he's going to have a big chance to upset it. I really do. So we'll see how the Pletcher horse runs over here. I know he's been late getting out of New York. He's very good. It's a good race again, but our horse is doing great, and he's had plenty. He's really had a lot of good works right here at Santa Anita. So I think if a 2-year-old might have a little bit of a home court edge. So I'm looking for to do really well with him.
Well, Capo Bastoni, you also have Monument in that race. Joe Talamo will ride there. John, we wish you all the best and have a very successful Friday and Saturday. Thank you for taking time out to come on. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. I just want to tell everybody if they can get on out there, get on out there. It'll be a lot of fun. Take care.